Hi friends! Welcome to my Disney DIY nuiMO display shelf. I'm going to be remaking a shelf that I've had since I was a little kid and getting it all fixed up like new. The first step is to clean the shelf and get off any dirt and debris. The second step is to tape off the mirror using masking tape or painter's tape. Third step is to spray paint the shelf and take it outside for this task. This is after the first coat of paint, and the second coat of paint, and the third coat of paint. I should mention the spray paint that I used for this project. And it is the Rust-Oleum 2X Ultra Cover Premium Ultra Matte spray paint. And what I'm doing now is I've made some clay decorations, and I used the Crayola air dry clay in white. And it's not perfectly white. If I end up using these decorations, I am going to fix the cracking that happens when they dry. You can see it there. But I am also going to, if I end up using them on the shelf, I will use the same matte spray paint on them so that they kind of blend in to give a more subtle decorative touch to the shelf. I'm also playing around with the possibility of adding, I got these little Valentine erasers, and I had the idea to use them as little subtle Disney touches on the corners, or maybe not so subtle to some people, but to me, I think they blend in really nicely. And then another possibility is this. And this would be to use those little clay Mickey heads that I made. And obviously it's a lot larger. I know it looks kind of rough right now, but once it's spray painted and the cracks are touched up, that also could look really nice. My kids actually love this version. And I'm a little torn because I think the other one looks very nice and polished too. So once I get all the pieces sprayed, I'll have a better idea of what I'm gonna do. And now I'm attaching the clay decorations to the corners. I've decided to use them instead of the erasers, the Mickey erasers. So putting on quite a bit of hot glue just to get them secure, because the clay pieces are pretty thick and have some weight to them, so I don't want them moving around once I place them. Okay, and then I'm going to glue on the ears. Okay. And one more time. And I'll just remove any excess glue, and let me get a closer view here. I think that's actually going to look really nice. And now I'm adding just a final decorative detail, which is these tiny pearlescent stars that I got on Amazon. They're not real pearls, but they're very pretty. And I'm going to use these just to add a little bit of bling onto the corners. Here. If you are unfamiliar with the nuiMOs, they have little magnets in their fingertips. So I went on Amazon and found these tiny magnets. And what I'm gonna do is create some little accessories with the glue guns. And I've got some shells that my daughter painted when she was a little smaller. And I've got some pearlescent hearts, bows, and butterflies. And I've got these Valentine's erasers that I'm gonna, so for all of these, I'm gonna add magnets to the back with some of the glue and have the nuiMOs passing out Valentines to each other, have shells for Ariel, have bows for Minnie, and so on and so forth. And a little crafting tip that I failed to mention, I use the bottom of an old cake carrier, and it's great for catching, for holding the glue guns when you're not using them, and for catching those dribbles of glue that sometimes come from the glue guns. So the first one is complete. There it goes. First one done. I wanted to have Alice holding a cocktail umbrella. So what I did was I put glue on the stick of the cocktail umbrella and slid it into the pearl bead, and I glued a magnet to the back. Let's see if you can see that. And now she can hold it. So I finished gluing magnets to the back of these little accessories for the nuiMOs, and now I am going to remove the painter's tape that was covering the mirror before I spray painted it. So the painter's tape is off and it looks great. I just used a little bit of glass cleaner and paper towel and wiped it down, and now it's time for the nuiMOs. So it's later the same night and I've gotten the shelf pretty much set up. I'll continue to tweak it, but I wanted to give you a little close-up look at what I've done so far. And there's the final corners on the shelf with the pearls in place. And there's Alice with the umbrella that I showed you before. Angel and Stitch. Winnie the Pooh and Friends. You are so cute. Got Donald and his girl Daisy. Tiana, she looks so pretty. I used one of my broken earrings as a flower, and I glued a magnet to the back, and she's holding that magnolia flower. She looks so pretty. Actually, it might be an orchid, but regardless, it's very pretty. That's a castle Christmas ornament that I have, and I seem to find ways to use it throughout the year. And I'm holding it in place with some great putty. I can actually put the link down below for the name of it, but it's fantastic because it won't hurt the shelf and it keeps the glass ornament in place. And this is Belle. She turned out so cute, and this she is holding a pin that my kids gave me from Disney World that actually was broken, so the pin itself came off, and so I just turned it into a magnet, and it's just worked out perfectly for Belle. And there's Chip, and Chip is a relic from my daughter's preschool tea set, and so cute. So any excuse I can get to use Chip. And here's Sweet Goofy. And coming across, we have Ariel and she looks so cute. And those were the shells that I put magnets on the back of, and they're special shells to me because my daughter and I collect shells on the beach together, and when she was little, she painted those for me. So I don't think Ariel could look any cuter. And up top, we've got Mickey and Minnie, Chip and Dale, and Kermie and Biggie.